Hi, Sarah here from So Sarah Style. I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm really excited to be bringing you the first of 2 vlogs for this So April Blouse 24 challenge. It's a gorgeous challenge run by the fabulous Gabrielle of Cloth Edit and also the lovely Ruan of Yorkshire Sew Girl. So this, I think, is their 3rd year of running it, and each year comes round and I think I haven't made enough blouses. I really should make more blouses, because when it comes to actually choosing blouses for the challenge, I am absolutely overwhelmed with the choice. So I have had to be quite disciplined. I've managed to get it down to 4, possibly 5. I know there are some fabulous vlogs out there who are covering loads of there's so much inspiration, loads and loads of gorgeous blouse patterns. So I kind of based mine on the criteria of what I actually want to sew now and will wear. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today anyway. So this vlog will be talking about ideas and fabrics, and then the next one will be some of the blouses actually made up. I'm just looking down here to double check. So as I say, it's run by Gabrielle Cloth Edit, who has an amazing website with, I've just literally been having another look through her fabrics. She has the most beautiful fabrics, and I will put the details up here because I think everybody's talked them through already. You can make as many as you like. You can post them on Instagram throughout the month of April. Just remember to tag both Ruan and Gabrielle in on your entry. So I think that's it for the housekeeping bit. Hang on, excuse me. And I will get on to talking about what I'm actually making. So the first blouse, well, let me just talk about this one, because this isn't, I'm not counting this as one of my 5, but this is the Pattern Scout poppy blouse, and I've lengthened it into a dress. I've made loads of these a couple of years ago. I was a pattern tester for the pattern, and I just absolutely loved them. I just love the gathered neckline and the tie. Also, I always really quite like what's that called, raglan sleeves as well, because I just think that fits me really nicely. So that's the Pattern Scout poppy blouse. Really would highly recommend that. It's really, obviously you can have it as a blouse or a dress, which you can do with most of the with a lot of the blouses and the dresses, but more of that later. This one that I'm wearing is a toile for the first blouse that I'd like to make, and it's a lantern sleeve blouse. It's called the Romy lantern sleeve blouse, and it's by Tiana's Closet, so it's actually a free pattern, and oh my goodness, it is so well drafted. So I do like a bit of volume at the bottom of the sleeve. I don't like gathering, but this is perfect because the pattern pieces are so clever. Look, there you go, there's the lantern itself. So it comes down into a fairly narrow cuff and then poofs out there. I've made it in a structured cotton just to show you the shape of it. So it's nicely fitted around the shoulders, and I'll put some pictures in of me wearing it, but I absolutely love this. So I've made this because what I want to do is make this in one of my more precious fabrics, which I obviously didn't want to use straight away. I'm coming on to show you that. The other thing that I want to do is, for a couple of these blouses actually, is to make them into co-ord sets. So I can wear the blouses with jeans or whatever, but also then going into summer, I can wear them with shorts as well. So often, well, I'm in a bid really to not have too many fabric scraps because they drive me mad. So if I've got enough left, which often I have because I've bought 3 meters of fabric or whatever, I will be making a co-ord set. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you one of my most preciousest fabrics. It's this gorgeous Italian linen, which I bought last year, sometime early last year, over a year ago anyway, and I couldn't decide what to make it in, so it just sat in my stash. I cannot have it sat here any longer. I think it was by somebody called a company called Material Magic, which I don't think is online, but I bought it at one of the shows last year. So I've looked for it ever since. I've never been able to find it. I'm really sorry. So it's quite drapey. It's quite a lot drapier than this. So obviously look at the size of that. It won't stick out like that, but it will have that sort of fullness at the bottom without, as I say, without all the gathering. So you haven't had to, it's a small amount of gathering to get it into the cuff, but the bottom piece is quite narrow anyway. So I want to make the top in this, and then matching shorts, which I'll probably will make the Pomona shorts because I know those fit me. They're a fairly easy short to make, just elasticated waist. So that's make number 1. Excuse me, I've had to write things down here. So make number 2 is going to be the puff and pencil tie front blouse. Now these tie front blouses at the moment are absolutely everywhere, so I'm going to be making my own copy. The puff and pencil tie waist, not the tie waist blouse, tie front blouse is gorgeous. It's not actually a round neck, it's a V-neck, as you can see here, and you can, the great thing about the puff and pencil patterns is that you can add sleeves, collars, you can just mix and match and make it a bit different. So I want to make it with I've got the cone sleeves, which I had for when I bought the tie waist blouse. So I've got the tie waist blouse, I'll put a picture in of that with the cone sleeves, but with the cone sleeves you can actually just elasticate the end, so it could be sort of a long sleeve with an elasticated cuff, or I could actually buy some little puff sleeves if I want to, but because I'm going to go for the peggy collar, so it's like a ruffled collar, for me I think a ruffled collar and puff sleeves might just be a little bit too much. Don't know, I'm going to decide on the sleeves once I've made up the sort of body of it and put the collar on. Fabric I want to make this in, and bearing in mind I definitely want to make some matching shorts as well, is this again another fabric. It's just a cotton that I've had in my stash for a long time, and it needs to be made up. So it's sort of this gorgeous pattern, can't think what star pattern is, I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments please, but I absolutely love this in the blue. So I think the tie front blouse with the collar and whatever sleeves and a pair of shorts will look really lovely in that. So that's number 2. Oh, hang on, before, sorry, I meant to talk about this top here. Part of the reason that I like it as well is that it's a real simple, it's a real simple shape, and I've had some fabric in my stash for about 2 years, and it is really precious fabric, but I need to get it made up this summer, and I just want some help maybe on what I should do with it. I'm thinking it is this one. It's actually from, I think it's from Salvage and Bolts, and it's a Versace fabric. It's a panel, so it's sort of the same all the way round. That's the top of it there. And it's just beautiful with the shells and the starfish and everything, right up my street. What I think I might do is make it into one of these blouses. What do you think? Because it's quite, like, as I say, it won't break the pattern up too much, and I've probably, because it's quite a big panel, I may have enough to make some shorts. I might not, or do I just make it into a dress? But there aren't that many simple cotton dress patterns that I know of. Again, unless somebody else can help me out with that, I'm thinking I might make that into this blouse with a pair of shorts, which I think for the summer will be fabulous. Or if it's not big enough, it will probably just be actually maybe a little sleeveless top with shorts. What's the Tilly and the Buttons SD pattern, is it? That might, something like that might work better, mightn't it? Anyway, for some reason I just thought I'd quite like to make a blouse and shorts out of that as well, and I thought, well, I'll show you that piece. So any ideas gratefully received for that one. So yes, that was those two. And the next one sec, I keep doing this, I haven't got the pattern with me, hang on, I wanted to show you a picture of it. While we're on the subject of cord sets, I have got this burda blouse pattern which I've wanted to make up for ages. So there are 2 different versions of this. There's one that has more of just a sleeve that comes across, and then the other one is a ruffle that goes across the front. Haven't really decided which one of those I'd like to make yet, but I've got this fabric. I'm getting all my fabrics out that I've had for too long now that just need to be made up. So it's this beautiful seashell fabric, so I think that'll drape really nicely to just have a one shoulder top in that. And then, wait for it, I've got the coordinating blue to make the shorts with, so I'm quite excited to make a one shoulder blouse with shorts for that one. So that's another one. This pattern, I think it's out of print, but there seem to still be quite a lot that you can get hold of on Etsy or eBay or whatever. So that's the burda 7549. There are quite a few other one sleeve blouses that you can find around as well. So I think Mimi G does one that's a dress, maybe you could shorten. So that, I'm looking forward to getting that one made up for the summer as well. Okay, getting there. So the next one I have completely fallen in love with, and it's not really my general style, but I think it will be lovely. This is what I was saying about talking about making a blouse into a dress or a dress into a blouse. I saw this, it's a new pattern I think that's recently been released, and it's called the Day Dress by Soften Studio, and it's a really ethereal looking dress. It's sort of got a smocking detail here, but again with the ties at the front, but I think it uses sort of drawstring instead of doing all that smocking to actually make the smocking effect. It's a v-neck blouse. Sorry, it's a v-neck dress. There's absolutely no reason why you can't take the details that you like from the top half and just shorten it into a blouse. So that's exactly what I plan to do for this one. And the fabric that I'm going to use is, again, quite ethereal. This is from Barry's a couple of years ago, and it's a cotton gauze. It's quite sheer, and it's got sort of clouds and stars and hearts over it. So I think that will ruche up really, really nicely for the sort of smocking detail. And it could stray a little bit into pyjama territory with it being clouds and stars and stuff, but I think with jeans I'll get away with it, or denim shorts, or if it really does look pyjama-y, then I've got 4 meters of it. I will make some pyjama bottoms to go with it, and it will be the poshest pajamas I own. So I can't really lose with that one, but I just love the look of it. I like the puff sleeves. I like as I say, the smocking detail. So I'm really looking forward to getting that one made up. That is being printed as we speak. So hopefully I'll get that one made up, ready to show you. So that was, that's those patterns. And the final one that I want to talk about is, I'm kind of putting this in because I said I was going to. Really not sure I am going to get it made up, but I still really love it. It's the Salute Blouse by Mood Fabrics, because I was going to make it for the So Frugal challenge, didn't get chance, so this is its second chance, and I have this lovely fabric which I think will look really nice. It drapes beautifully. It's like a silky fabric from Roy's Material World, so because it's a cowl neck, I think something like this will work really nicely. And that's number 4 or 5, I don't know, run out. I've lost count now, but that's another one that will at some point I would really like to make, because I do love a cowl neck. So I think that's it for now. If you need any more details on the patterns themselves, obviously I'll put them in the description box below, and then you can go along and have a look at the websites or on Instagram for further inspiration. So I will be back to show you the results of what I have actually made in the next vlog. So in the meantime, happy sewing, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.